Hey guys, Blue Bear Crypto back with another video. We're testing out the Quest now that we've got basically a fairly tidy setup that is always on, thanks to Pyrin being nice and profitable. We've got the Octominer always running, and we're going to slowly build up this rig down there as well. Casper Miners, Nano, and then there's one KS0 Pro in the house as well. Now everything's set up, I thought I'd just show you what the windows are like. So this is all native. Last time I did a video on this, my first Quest video, which was a little while back, there was an update that hadn't been released yet where you could take windows out and you could just put them wherever you want. I think it is up to 3, so you can move 3 windows wherever you want. And then you've also got your 3 on the dock station bar. Yeah, this is how it looks. And I'm going to be honest, if I really wanted to and hadn't checked my phone, I could just put my Quest over here and just pop it on, have a quick look whilst I'm at home just to see if everything's okay. Just make sure that miners are running all right. Check my payments. Check profitability. Like at the moment, Pyrin monthly is getting me $111. Daily, $3.73. It is still going down, which is very sad. It is dropping hard. But I'd say that we've made the most of it. I've only been on this for, I think it's 5 days from when I released that video. I've made $16 so far. Well, $18. Casper Miners were doing well with the KRC20. On this day, we made 35 CAS, and before that, the day before, I was making 8.6. So massive improvement, but it does look like it's dropped back down now. If I go to monthly profit, $88.6, which is very low for saying that it was at 200. Granted, well, it's gone down to 64 now. Thank you for that. It was about $40 to $50 before KRC20 came out, but I think the hype trains died off a little bit with people making their own meme coins and things like that. I've not looked too much into KRC20, but I understand that is the reason why miners are profiting off this. This is the Avalon Nano. This is just mining away nicely on Lucky Monster. Stays very consistent, and the weather has suddenly dropped cool. It was almost like we were heading into winter for a few days. Temperatures just went from nice and warm outside as if we were summer to pretty much winter. It was hitting like 3 degrees at night time, which is crazy. I wanted to talk about mining sentiment. With Pyrin and Carlson, profitability has gone up, and it's just brought up mining sentiment for a lot of people. It feels like we're going towards the good days when we were mining Ethereum and it didn't really matter what your electricity cost was. As long as you had graphics cards, it just made sense to run them. And yeah, I think we're going in that direction. Bearing in mind, prices haven't really risen yet. We're just going based off little gains, changes in difficulty and hash rate. That's all we can go by. We've got Pyrin and BlockX on pretty much every graphics card. Xano's back up there a little bit. Claw, Pyrin seems to be the one to go for at the moment. And also, I haven't actually ever spent anything on HiveOS, but it looks like I'm going to have to now because I've got 3 rigs. I could have been a little bit smarter with it and put more cards on the rig down here, but I kind of want to keep this AMD because these, if they're not maintained like little babies, they can usually kick off and just decide to stop working. So these stay by themselves, and then it also means the more reliable cards, NVIDIA for mining, it means I can just put whatever cards on here. Whereas if I put lots of different cards on with the 6600 XTs, it will probably drop off. And if they make HiveOS drop off, on the rig, then it's just going to stop all of the cards from working. So I think it's a little bit safer this way, but it does mean that I have to pay this now, which is really sad. I've not even looked into this. I've only just opened this up and seen that that is a thing that I'm going to have to start paying. So I'm trying to work out how much I actually spend on electricity, because I think it's running, says about 1.4 kilowatt. I would say that's probably closer, so the Octominer will be accurate in terms of power usage, 874 watts. I can say what this is because, oh, it's over here. So 13 times 12, can I do quick maths? 160 watts, 800, 160, probably even less actually. NVIDIA says it's 314 watts. I'm not too sure. I've told myself that the power consumption is probably between 1,300 to 1,400 watts for the graphics cards. And obviously these are 100 watts each, and I've got 6 of them. So that's 600 watts. So I think I'm pulling about 2 kilowatt of power. They're all on constantly. So yeah, today I think I've made about 20 kilowatts from solar power. So the final figure, if I work out how much it costs me power wise, at the moment it's about 8 or 9p per kilowatt on average. If I work out how much it costs me to run all of this, it gets a bit messy, because when you equate solar into it, it probably pulls it down by like a fifth of the power, or maybe even a quarter. So I just go with the numbers based on if I didn't have solar, and then I know that I'm a little bit better off anyway. But I don't really sweat that kind of stuff. I'm not sort of sitting every day like stressing about how much or little profit I'm making. I'm really liking this setup within the Quest. So the headset I've got on is the Quest 3, and this is all the user interface that you get with your normal software. I did buy a bit of software that basically did this, but it was so basic that you had to go through every single link and sign up every single time you open the app. So that was a bit of a pain. But this is all set up now, so whenever I come in here, all of this will just load up like this. So yeah, easy peasy. And what I do like about Pyrin, and I haven't mined Pyrin before the hard fork. I can't believe how cool it runs. It's not very power hungry. And granted, I was mining Ironfish and Gram. That's the main thing that I've been mining on my Octominer. But yeah, I just can't believe how light it is. And I'm running the fans, these ones, on 30%, and I try and maintain the cards around about 55 degrees, and some of them just aren't on. It has been a bit of a warm day. The sun's been out all day, but I don't think the temperature in here has probably gone over 25, 26 degrees, and these are also set, so this is quite hard to see. But when it gets to 20 degrees, these turn on, and then every 2 degrees it goes up by 1 setting. So obviously 24, 2, and then it goes up to 10. When these are on 10, this is basically like a jet turbine, but they're not actually that loud. I don't know if you can hear, but there's a little bit of a tappy rattle on this one. So I'm hoping that I don't have to buy another one of them. Just going to add this in before I forget. Welcome to the wall, Mental Mining UK. Auto component with my incredible handwriting. We are almost finished on this entire wall. It's all about perspective.